Alright guys, good morning. Hope we had a great weekend. So over the weekend we didn't have any negative news, right? The market is just sideways. Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, pretty flat. No major movements, just 0.2%. So that's as good as flat. But for now, S&P, the only thing that, as usual, that we're concerned about is just holding these levels above 435. I think we're okay. But today, just be careful, right? We did run from 425 to 440. It might be a sideways day or consolidation, or we might continue going higher. All right. So pay attention to the stocks that are running, in my opinion. But for now, we're good. Downside is all the way towards 420, this level, in the coming days, if we do have one. Right. But first, as long as we're holding above 437, 438, above July 13, 14, that week's highs, we should be fine. There is a little gap fill all the way towards 435. And then we have the tech cues. Very bullish, right? We do have tech earnings this week, so let's see what happens. Last week we had a lot of good numbers. Twitter, Snap absolutely ripped, but this week we have the mega giants: Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Google. All these guys are reporting this week, and that will determine what the numbers are from tech from the last 3 months. So that's something that I will be watching. If you're playing any of those earnings, know that their premium is really high. The numbers could be bad and they could flush, okay? It's always an option. Or they could completely fly through the roof. What happens, I have no idea. It's a day by day, we'll see what happens. So on Qs, as long as we hold about 365-ish, we're trading near 368 right now. And as long as going into earnings, we're trading above 365, I think we should be good. Financials, tried recovering, but then just went sideways after the little big move last week. As long as, I think if we can get 37 plus, so it's making a nice little base right here, as you can see. Let me just draw this here for you guys. It's holding this level between 35 and 36.50. So no big moves, it's just going sideways. So once we get a 37 break, I think we can play financials to the upside. And then over the weekend, last night, me, LBT, we were driving back, and Bitcoin was just flying through the roof. It just happened in like I think 10-15 minutes. It just kept going up, and we do have nice gap ups on some stocks this morning. To start with MSTR, if you're in the spreads with me that we bought, I know some of you guys are, that messaged me, they were down in the morning. They should be up at our break even or even profits. Okay, so I'll calculate once we get them. I'm in the pre-market, I see the action. And this red line that I've drawn here, this is a 200 MA moving average, okay? 200-day moving average. And on MSTR, as long as we can hold above 610, the next number in the morning I was looking at is 693 hold. If we get a 693 hold, now some of you guys don't have the Bitcoin accounts, you guys don't trade crypto, but these are the stocks that you can take advantage of. If you think crypto is going to go up or you want to invest, these are some of the names that you can invest in: MSTR, RIOT, Mara, there are many other names in the market if you do some research. But MSTR is one of the biggest names. They have a lot of Bitcoin holdings. Above 693, I think we see a nice little rip towards 900. All right, so 693 is the number. Is still, I think, 70, 80 points away. Another name that you can keep an eye on that can move big is RIOT. So similar chart. If you all these crypto stocks are the same chart pretty much, right? 200-day moving average, and this has upside all the way towards 36, and then next all the way to 40. So 36 first, and then 40. And then we have Mara, same chart, same thing. First upside is towards 28, it's already there. The next one is 34 bucks. All right, 34 and then 40. SOS can move big, right? It was trading at 16, it came down a lot, but the thing is, I think it's a Chinese stock. So above 450-ish, so above 450-ish, this can get going. But I'd rather play Mara or RIOT instead of this name. All right. And there are a few others in the market that you can do some research. And we have some monster upgrades again on Amazon. Now Amazon is reporting their earnings this week on July 28th or 9th, I believe. And today 3700 is likely. We might even go sideways here for a bit between 3630 and 3700 for 1-2 days. Or maybe we just rip up before earnings and then it consolidates. All right. However, if it takes out this number right here, 3765, anything about 3765, I think we do see upside. And the thing this earnings that I want to see is if it gaps up, to hold that gap up. All right. It has given up gains in the past, some earnings, right? Unable to hold. So this is a long consolidation, so we can have a move towards 4,000 plus. All right. Tesla looks great, and obviously Bitcoin news. I think they have earnings coming now, and if they announce anything to do with Bitcoin, obviously that's positive for Bitcoin and the Bitcoin-related stocks. And then Tesla, our number still is so 690 plus, above 690 plus. This absolutely flies, in my opinion. I think. Then we have Shopify, a lot of strength last week. All 5 days was ripped from 1398 to 1643. I still have this drawn here. This was regarding the butterflies. They went from 375 to 40. I sold mine at 200%. Bucky sold his at 500%, I believe. And then they ended up going to 1000% plus. Okay. And Shop has earnings. Let's see. Any of these stocks, if they announce a split, they're likely to go much higher. And so it broke out of this nice base from March, and now it's just a rip mode. Downside is 1580 on this name. So 1580 is the downside, right? And then you can maybe play the bounce if the strength is real. PayPal, I already have that written down, Carson. So PayPal, okay. So these are the dranks from before that I have. I'll just remove some so you can see clarity.
Is it that trash can in the bottom left?
I actually don't want to remove all of them. So our number was 275. So this number was given to you, 275, above 275 hold, right? We got the 300. And then some of you guys played from here. We got the little resistance, right? Let me just clear everything. Another way of looking at this is a nice little cup from here. All right, nice little cup, a small handle, and a breakout. And now the only number that matters is 309. If it can hold above 309, this continues towards 350 in the coming weeks. All right. Now the question is, even if it holds above 300 and you buy weekly options, if the stock does not move, you will lose money, and you think PayPal is going down, even though PayPal might be hitting new highs. So the trick to play here is premium will be high. You can try vertical spread, or if you're in, buy some time on your options. Weeklies, you can make more gains, but the premium will be really high at the open. So keep that in mind. Wait for 10-15 minutes and buy yourself enough time that you're playing the right strike and expiry. Okay, that can change the whole entire game. Then we have Melly. Melly, we were going all the way from this box right here. If you've been attending, we were going all the way from in May we started, and then we kept waiting until June. And in June I didn't buy this. I did not like the spreads, but above 1400 was the key, and it absolutely ripped after. We were focused on Amazon. We killed it, and then it broke out of this box right here as well. And now the only key level here is a 1650 hold. If it can hold above 1650, this can go much higher. It might even do something like this for some days sideways, or maybe it rips. I have no idea, but 1650 is a number for me. Above 1650, we can see 1800 and so on. And Chinese stocks, I did buy Baba again, right? This will be one of my biggest losing trades of the year. And some of you guys might be thinking he keeps getting burned on Baba, but I made enough money on Baba. Don't forget, for me, the only thing that matters is consistency. I am not worried about these dips. Maybe my options will be down at the open. That's fine. I have other positions which are going to make up for it. I will probably still end the week green. The thing here is consistency. Leaps, I'm not worried, but the short term, I will feel pain. I know that, but that's fine. It's just part of trading. I cannot be right all the time. I made a bet here that this was going to be the bottom, but then again, we had more negative news, right? And on my entry, I did alert that any negative news out of China, this goes below 200. So I knew my risk, right? So when you buy a position, when you enter something, do you know the risks of that position, right? So on my alert, if you go, it was clearly mentioned this can see 200 and below on Monday if we do get negative news, and that's exactly what happened. So I knew my risk was defined to me, and it is where it is. But MSTR will likely make up for it, and on to the next trade. And I think this is it, guys. Just keep an eye on the crypto stocks, right? The market looks good for now. Tech is strong. Don't get caught in the chop or the dump, but we're near all-time highs. Charts are a little extended now. Right now, I'll probably start saying this. But if we play by the levels, I think we'll be fine. So I'm not bearish here. I'm still bullish in the sense that I do see the market going much higher. But don't get caught in the sideways movement. That's the most dangerous. Like, you know, when a stock starts doing this, this can happen with any stock, right? When a stock starts doing something like this, it goes sideways. This is dangerous. This is when no one makes money. All right, unless you're on the right side for one day. This is when nobody makes money. Only the market makers make money. All right, so that's where you don't want to get caught in. And with this, I think we'll end it. We do have the biggest earnings this week, and so it'll be an exciting week. Let's see how we play it. And I wish you guys all the best. Manage your risk, keep your position size consistent, you'll be fine. And with that, I will end it, and I'll see you guys back in the chat. God bless.